Mads CONRAD-PETERSEN, Mads PIELER Kolding. They were winners last night in, of course, the tie that they lost to Japan to decide the group. That was to Kenichi Hayakawa and Hiroyuki Endo. 17-21, 21-17, 18-21 in an hour and 14 minutes. That was a long match. And would that be something that could affect them?
Definitely. That's a major boost to the Danish combination. That is possibly the highest or the best win they've had ever. And obviously it's nice for them, you know, playing the first doubles. Now that Carsten Mogensen and Mathias Bo is not playing, they have the honours of playing that first doubles and getting all these vital matches to play. So no doubt that yesterday, when they beat the two Japanese, was a major boost to them. They, in my opinion, played the best ever doubles I've seen them play.
And now we have the doubles pairs warming up, and as you can see, this was the fantastic performance from Hoon Thien and Tan Boon Heong. They have just been put together for the Thomas Cup. These scratch pairings, of course, have been the talk of the week.
Yeah, there are a bit many of it, but again, don't be fooled, because Hoon and Tan actually won the not the European, but the World Junior Championships together some years ago.
So it's not really a debut then.
No, definitely not. And obviously in training they train together, all mixed up in all sorts of ways. So this is just the spice of life, you know. You play with a different partner, but you know them so well. No problem.
And up against Mads CONRAD-PETERSEN, 17th in the world, 64-24 in Korea, and had a good 2014 so far. Now, in terms of double strategies, of course, so different from the singles. Very quick game, quick points, the modern game anyway.
Yeah, it's all about the serve, the return, and that third shot. There's a lot of pressure on that situation in men's doubles, and that's a lot to do with the new scoring system that's got in place some 8 years ago. I'm not completely sure it's the best scoring system for doubles, but I think the scoring system we have today is very good for singles.
Yeah. So many changes, of course, coming into the world of badminton. The most important is the instant review system. First time being used at the Thomas and Uber Cups, was introduced to the Super Series Masters Finals at the end of last year, and it's been a big hit with the players, it's been a big hit with the fans. I'm assuming it's been a big hit with you, Morten?
Absolutely. It's a very good invention. It's nice to have Hallguy. We don't have them on all courts, but we have them on centre court, but not on this court we're playing on today. Yep. And as what we are watching, but it's actually in place where India is playing Indonesia in the Uber Cup.
And here are our umpire and service sub. So, getting ready for this second match in the Denmark-Malaysia quarterfinal. Of course, Malaysia, one of the 3 nations that has won the Thomas Cup. And it has been a long time since they lifted the trophy. 1992, I think it was.
Yeah, Malaysia won in '92. Back in at home in Kuala Lumpur, in the old Stadium Negara, the round one. I can still remember it.
Ladies
it's
and gentlemen,
not there anymore.
On my right,
no, now everything's
Denmark,
played down in
represented by
the Stadium Putra.
PIELER Kolding, CONRAD-PETERSEN.
Great facilities though when you were coaching in Malaysia.
Yeah, always good. Malaysia has got lots of things going.
Represented by Tan Boon
Just about ready to get underway here.
Hoon Thien Hao.
Boon
Denmark
Heong
to
and
serve.
Thien Hao.
PIELER Kolding to Tan Boon Heong.
Receiving.
Le ball, play.
witness to Hoon Thien Hao's incredible reflexes yesterday. He's very sharp.
He's a very good player. Obviously, they're seeking to find a suitable partner for him in Malaysia, and Hoon is fitting the bill so far in this tournament. I'm not sure though that it will be a permanent combination, but I'm sure they're seeking someone for Thien to partner up with.
Boon Heong, of course, known for his partnership with Koo Kien Kat. He's currently on sabbatical, last thing I heard.
I think he resigned. He actually resigned from BAM, and it was accepted. And I think 2-3 weeks later, it was announced that he's playing for a club in Thailand, in Bangkok, as far as I know. But he's retired from BAM.
That's the latest update on Koo Kien Kat. He has always been a, should we say, colourful character, I suppose.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So currently Malaysia up 2-1 in this first doubles fixture.
And it's still early days in this match, and clear signs of it.
Yeah.
Matt Kolding didn't get that one, and obviously it shows that somehow he's not settled in yet. It was a very, very simple drop shot he didn't get up to.
Of course, another Danish pair with just a physical advantage. Looking down on the court now, you can see the height there of Kolding.
Yeah, he's something like 205. He's a tall guy, and he's actually he's very agile for
mobile
his,
for that.
Yeah, for his size, I think. Hard hitting, steep hitting, but it's Mads Conrad who's the best in the defense, and as you can see here, he's very solid in his defense.
Now the disguise drop didn't work for Boon Heong there.
Oh, Massey was there, Conrad was there, he would easily get it back.
So 3 apiece. I think it's still that area of the game where you're testing out your opponents and finding out.
Oh yeah, the next 2 or 3 minutes will still be the same, and then they will settle in. Yeah, that was a very, and then the simple one, missing the simple one. Well played by Thien. He saw a partner having to change his rackets in the middle of the rally, played it way up, giving him time, giving Hoon time to get back into the court.
True teamwork there.
That was good, but then the easy smash came, or not the easy smash, but then he missed it.
Mr. Hoon, you asked me to change racket, you didn't ask me for a drink.
And just confirming that with the umpire, Gerald Arsenault.
Mister, you didn't ask me for that. Stay on
And
court.
look at that,
Yes,
very nice, just
talked
warming up that racket.
4-3.
So 4-3, back to the action.
That's well left, but it's very
Service
hard
over.
to play these flick services playing with the drift as the Danes are doing in the first game here. They got to be careful.
That looked like a drift victim for
It
sure.
was, definitely.
They're still pegging each other for points. 5-4. I would have thought at 205, Kolding susceptible to the drop shot at the net.
Yeah, he obviously likes to be at the back and hitting as much as possible. He can hit really steeply. And there we have Mads Conrad who likes to be the front player more. So it's a good pair. But you can upset the formation and then it will be, then there will be some trouble. But so far, I think, you know, as I said earlier, what they played yesterday against the Japanese pair is definitely the best they ever played. That was really, really good. See, that's good. Good play by Conrad. keeping it low, do not lift it, and get the lift from Hun. And obviously we have the tall Kolding at the back.
So 6-5. And another big performance needed from the Danes.
It's out.
And now we see the points beginning to pull apart a little. 2 points still.
I think so far Conrad, the one who's serving now, the less tall of the two guys from Denmark, is probably the player on court that has settled in quickest. He's playing really well already now, and in his defense and at the nets and all that, so he has settled in very well, very quickly.
So 8-5.
Well played by him. That drop shot very well disguised, but also on the right player.
6-8.
And that gives the serve back to Malaysia. 6-8. Boon Heong-Hoon with serve. I'm sure in your time coaching Malaysia you would have had your views on Boon Heong-Hoon as well?
I actually never had the chance to work with him. He is I left around 2000, and that is, as you can guess, 14 years ago. So he wasn't really part of the setup at that time, not even in the juniors.
He has of course gone on to, with Kuken Cat, I think it's safe to say, create headlines. That's the best way of describing it.
They went off to a very good start in the partnership, winning many titles, but after the first 1 or 2 years they really got stale and never really recovered.
Yeah, and I think it was being that high up in the rankings as well, it can kind of affect you after.
That's nice. That's very neat. That's very good perception, but also very good change, variation. Good cross-court smash there. So steep.
Yeah. As you were saying. And here he is. That's PIELER Kolding. And 9-8. And there it is again. Yeah. It's actually quite a sight to see a man that big jumping, because then you can get an incredible angle.
Yeah, he gets, I'm sure, around the 3 meters plus.
Yeah.
When
with the jump.
With the jump and arm and everything.
And that one out. So at the midpoint in the first game, 11-8, and the Danes looking good. So a good start in this second Danish team. Contest between Janne Jorgensen and Lee, opening fixture of this Cup finals.
Yeah, relations as well. Jeremy Gann and Puncton, the two coaches, to assess, because in this one, I think they are under
significant point for Hoon to deliver in the door for Denmark. If Kolding could pull this one off. So far, as you said, Conrad-Petersen has been looking sharp. Placed in that no man.
The most steady. Good defense.
And that's why they're serving it. Yeah.
This time he missed it, but doing it.
Fast kind of push block. And we just saw. Well recovered.
Service over.
So under
13.
out the right. What would be the ideal combination? Would be a left and a
I guess depends. That you can play the whole time. Good by Conrad.
10.
Point lead now. Play that. Approaching the umpire.
Yeah, discussing a bit about the shuttle. Wide serve.
The net.
11.
Opportunity. This 3-point lead.
I think the problem for the Malaysians, they don't have the blocks movement around the court. Individual players.
Right.
And obviously that's say explore around the service, creating some lift, and they're not doing that, so it's the Danes attacking the whole time.
So they get the defensive pattern by that. Yes. They can't really.
Yeah.
You need to find that momentum to move them forward. 15-11.
As was well played by Tan. Really well played. See, that's
that was,
totally different.
Yep, that was a totally different move. On cue.
12.
They were listening.
Perhaps it was just as a response to being served at, to receiving as opposed to serving.
You see, you know, I have a theory again about the it's because
Okay.
He's not so quick. It's still on the other to him. He's got Tan, who really likes to attack.
Yeah.
So it's trouble. See, they tend to live all the time and they're losing it. Really start thinking possibly what play, and that's a completely different game.
Exactly. Issue there's in this first game. 19-12. Very well poised to take this first game. And that was more of a one-man show from Tan Boon Heong, really.
Yeah. Good follow-up.
13-19.
By Tan Boon Heong.
So.
Yeah, but it was good serve by
19.
Really good serve.
Just soaking up the pressure. Not very well. Point now. And Kolding.
20 game.
Which was a good run of points. Pat, a well-earned is just ready for them to claim.
Lucky reaction.
Very lucky reaction.
Yeah.
And they take it 21-14.
First game won by
No
Denmark.
significant problems for the Danish pair to do. Just around the corner.
I think that's what is part of the Danish game plan, because it would be unusual to go that cross-court smash.
Yeah.
Because Hun was standing across, I think that was the reason why he did it.
And
service over.
to snatch that by Conrad. Let's let the Malaysians back into it.
4-5.
But so far in this second game, have you seen them trying anything new? Anything changing that oil in water? It was a great image.
Not really, but I think they are, just like the Danes, directing their attack towards one of the players. The Malaysians are doing the same. But so far, I think the tactics seems to be very much the same.
Yeah, and seems to be equally rewarding for both, as we are level pegged. Now it was fantastically recovered by Tan Boon Heong.
That's the tall man. It's
go.
hard to pass.
Hard to pass. Extremely hard to pass.
5.
There you go, that's it. The full extension as you were talking before.
There we go.
Always nice to have someone with that kind of weapon standing next to you on court.
Yep.
Service over. 6-all.
And now a little bit more energy being shown by the Malaysian pair. They know they have to win this game. They were quite easily handled, should we say, in the first game.
Service
And
over.
once again, the point of attack directed at Hoon Thien.
But I still think that Tan have to be blamed for that. That lift cross-court flat, right up in a tall man's forehand, and completely, you know, putting your partner under pressure was not the best of choices.
Service over. 7.
I think that's 7-all. And it's Tan Boon Heong who will be serving, approaching the midway point of this second game. I'm sure plenty for the coaches of both pairs to look at. Again, it's that steep angled smash that is just so difficult to lift back.
It's amazing, that one again. It's right into the forehands. You know, it's not a good choice.
There's a lot more movement there from Hoon Thien.
Service over. 8-all.
He was very sharp yesterday against Korea. Perhaps the efforts of that match. It was a great night for the entire team. That's proved too much. But as you said, playing the Danes is an entirely different prospect.
That's good, very good smash, well placed. Right at the on the right side of Mesh Conrad. That one is awesome, good play.
Late.
And they look pretty fired up. Wide. It's a great idea, but you could just see Kolding moving on the back line.
9-all.
Just hammering down those steeply angled shots. And again, aimed straight. Hoon Thien, and they're now 1 point away from the interval. And that one.
Service
Good
over.
block from Tan.
10-all.
Very nice.
So 10-all. And again,
Service over.
just coming in too fast and too
11,
steeply.
10
And Conrad and
interval.
Kolding go in at the second interval, up 11-10. Very interesting matchup so far for the fans gathered at the Sri Fort Sports Complex to watch between Malaysia and Denmark. Malaysia 1-0 up from a tight affair from between Janne Jorgensen and world number 1 Lee Chong-wei to kick off the tie, and now the Malaysian pairing of Tan Boon Heong and Hoon Thien Hao, 1 game down
10
and 1 point down against the Danish pair of Conrad and Kolding.
Service over.
And just as quickly as that,
11 all.
it's evened up at 11 apiece.
A bit of luck for the Danes here.
Little
Good
bit, always
12,
helps.
Yeah.
11.
Good
Net
return
toss
from Kolding.
falling the right way for them. And that was pinpoint.
Service over.
Hoon Thien Hao has picked up his
12
game a little bit
all.
now.
He has. He's playing much better here in that first half of that second game we're watching.
Oh, 12 apiece. And if he can keep increasing the level of his game, then perhaps he can start turning the tide. And that would be the way to do it.
13.
Nice little serve.
12.
Another lucky return by Kolding.
Service over.
Yep.
13 all.
Yeah, if you don't know, not aware, then I can tell you that Mas Conrad is sweating a lot.
Oh, really?
He is sweating so much.
And just as you said it, yeah, he was
You
just
have no idea. So as the game progresses, he's
bit of
dripping.
fatigue, yeah.
He's dripping all over the floor, and obviously he would like to have the floor mopped, but
Yep.
not always the umpires allows it, because he hasn't had a hand on the floor or has not thrown himself on the floor.
yeah.
So
It might
he's-
just be build up of moisture on that side of the court.
yeah.
And that's a great rally. And again, you heard some of the Malaysian supporters getting behind their team. 14-13. That was very nice to watch. There's a nice high lift from Kolding. There's one of those incredible smashes. Not quite with the drop.
Service over.
And now the Malaysian pair of Hoon and Tan can
14
take
all.
a little bit of encouragement from these last two rallies. I've been pushing the Danes back a little bit more. And they've been weathering some of those hammering smashes that Kolding has been firing back from the back line. Now,
Service over.
it's almost like they knew that was going to happen.
15-14.
Good awareness. And that was, I'm sure, another victim of the drift. That was a flick serve that was just
going long.
Lip.
And there you go again. He's trying to get rid of all that extra perspiration off court at least.
Yeah.
Service over. 15 all.
15 all. A better performance from the Malaysians, sparked obviously by an increase of activity from Hoon Thien, who's definitely more mobile now. But that push again, such a difficult shot from that area.
16.
It was well played by Kolding. You know, he managed to play it soft, but it got below the tape of the net, and obviously for Thien that was really hard to do anything about. Yeah, and he pushed it into the net.
16-15.
But now Malaysia really have to watch out.
It's true. A couple of points.
Yeah, 16, here. 16-15, and then suddenly 17-15. That could be enough.
Yep.
So it was good for Malaysia that they squared it here to 16 all.
And they've really got to watch themselves in these couple of points now, or that hard 1 point by Lee Chong-wei. Eradicated. That's way out. And it was probably added to with some drift as well, but
adding on to it.
So 17-16, still not out of it yet, Hoon Thien.
No, but as I say, if the Danes get this point,
this is a crucial point now.
It's 18-16, and it can be tough to catch up on those simple 2 points when you're getting this close in the match.
Service over.
Almost as if to answer you, Morton. There's another flurry of activity from the Malaysian pair. And enough. Great spectacle for these fans. Great entertainment on all 4 courts.
Kolding.
That was called in.
It's called in.
They can look around as much as they like.
Yep.
It looked in. Yes. So 18-17. Again, the Malaysian pair would not want to have a 2-point gap now.
No. It's critical because they can't really get in front.
Yeah.
And they are so much under pressure not to lose a second point here. And here it comes.
You could see the idea, and now it really is opened up. And how important these 3 points will be if they can, the Malaysian pair, if they can edge out a lead now after trailing for most of the second game. And this might be the impetus they need to strive on. And that was well played by the Danes. Good movement.
19-18.
It's actually a very interesting situation here at the end of this second game because all the points are going against the server.
That's right.
and it just shows how extremely difficult it is to serve. And it's opening up for the discussion again in the men's doubles, whether you know, we should remove that service line and it would be possible to serve all the way to the baseline.
Right, right. I see, yeah.
So that will force the receiver to stand back
And it'll be
a foot or two.
a different dynamic to the game. Would be much.
It would. It's just because there's so much emphasis on the serve at the moment that it's incredible.
So you just saw that the court cleaned. I'm sure much to the pleasure of Conrad, and there you go.
It comes. 2 match points.
Match point.
2 match points, which could lead to this tie being evened up at 1 apiece. And you said they had a chance, Morten, and you're right, and look at what it means to them.
Yeah.
Conrad and Kolding.
Yeah.
21-14, getting some support there from Janne Jorgensen, who did his bit against Lee Chong-wei. Didn't quite get the point, but look at that. And I have to say that it's only Danish players that react like that and show their passion, and you can see it. It's fantastic to have on a badminton court. There you go.
Yeah. They fight a lonely battle in, you know, keeping Europe in
Yes,
world
that's
badminton.
right. That's right. And so in 40 minutes, 21-14, 21-18, a good performance from Conrad and Kolding.
Don't forget the marshal.